Hello children, welcome to 4th standard English video session. Term-2, Unit 1, Affection. Prose name is Appa. Let's move on to the lesson. Children, what is meant by affection? It means loving someone very much, like your parents do to you. They live for you, they care for you, and they teach you good manners. Then they fulfill your dreams come true. Affection is more than the wealth. Okay, children, let's move on to the lesson. Affection, Appa. Before moving into the story, let's learn few words and its meanings to understand the story better. Willed, to spin or rotate rapidly. Willed, to spin or rotate rapidly. Wipe, clean or dry something by rubbing with a cloth, a piece of paper or one's hand. Wipe, clean or dry something by rubbing with a cloth, a piece of paper or one's hand. Tumbled, to fall. Tumble, to fall. It's a verb. Scream, to speak loudly with strong emotions. Scream, to speak loudly with strong emotions. Grab, hold or catch. Grab, hold or catch. Okay, children, I think you are clear with these glossaries which you have learnt now. Let's move into the lesson. Keraikuppam was a small coastal village near Nagapattinam. Even though the people in the village toiled in the seas every day, they lived happily. It was a pleasant Sunday morning in December. Just like any other day, the villagers had started their routine. A few of them had already left to the sea, and the others were preparing to go to sea. Mina's family was also at the shore to see of her father going to the sea. After the men sailed into the sea, the women would return to other tasks that need their attention. The children would play under the many coconut trees in the village. The village bell was about to strike 8 times. The bell caretaker was ready to ring the bell. Just then he saw that the sea water had receded. Receded means go or move back a few hundred meters. Soon many in the village noticed the same. All the children and the villagers started running towards the sea. Meena and her mother were also with them. The seawater continued to recede. All had gathered along the shore to see it. The bell hit 8 times. People now saw a wave far away in the sea. Excitedly, they pointed to the wave that was racing high in the sea. It was common for people to be excited by big waves in Keraikuppam. Everyone was getting ready to brace the big wave that was coming towards them. Little did they know that the wave was increasing in height and would seem to touch the sky as it neared them. It was now getting closer to the shore with a roar. It means to make a loud or deep sound. Gazing at the wave far away. Gazing means to look steadily at the wave far away. Meena's mother felt a sudden fear gripping her. Gripping means holding your attention. She felt that something was wrong. She caught Meena by her hand and started running towards her home. The wave came closer to the shore and it had crushed the fishing boats. Before they reached their home, the powerful wave had hit the village. Meena and her mother could hear their friends and family screaming all around them. Screaming means, already you have learned, to speak loudly with strong emotions. The seawater entered the village and washed out the huts and boats. The water hit their hut too. Meena and her mother were separated and thrown off. Then, slowly, the water receded again into the sea. Meena's mother gathered herself and searched for Meena. It was then that the second massive wave hit. Massive means large or heavy wave hit the village. Mina's mother was washed away by the wave. Mina whirled through the water. Whirled means to move rapidly round and round. She was struggling to breathe. One moment she was inside the water and all was dark around her. In the next, she could see the sky. The wave banged, that is, to strike forcefully and noisily to the trunk of a coconut tree. She wrestled the wave and firmly hugged the tree. Soon she fainted. Fainted means to lose consciousness. When she woke up, she was in the hospital. After she recovered, they transferred her to a rehabilitation center. Rehabilitation center means the action of restoring someone after a damage. The center housed nearly 99 boys and girls. A kind hearted official of the center was always very kind to the children. He often used to visit them with his family. Meena was the youngest of all and soon was loved by all. The in-charge and his wife often carried Meena while they played with other children. All children used to call them Amma and Appa. After 3 years, the official was transferred. He and his family continued to visit the center once a year for the next 5 years. Meena now opened her eyes. Her cheeks were moist. Moist means slightly wet. It means she had cried. All this seemed like it happened yesterday. The school bell rang and Meena wiped her cheeks to get ready for her English class. Meena was good at studies and now was in the 12th standard. The teacher was teaching and Meena was writing her notes. She then heard a familiar voice calling her Meenu. She raised her head to see. She was surprised to see her father, the official, standing at the entrance. He was smiling at her. She stared at him blankly. Blankly means without expression for a few seconds, with tears rolling down her cheeks. She jumped out of her bench and dashed towards him, calling Appa. So, children, the prose ends here. In this story, you have learned the strong emotions of love and affection clearly, I think. Then, students, you can learn the 5 glossaries which I have taught you in the beginning of this video and write it twice in a piece of paper or in your notebook and send it in the WhatsApp group of your class. So, the remaining exercises will be taught for you clearly in the next video. Until that, listen this video carefully and do the work given without fail. Thank you. Have a pleasant day.